already living children because 1 in 6 children live in a war zone. 1 in 5 children are sexually assaulted in some way. 1 in 100 children have a life threatened or terminal illness. 1 in 16 children are orphans. 1 in 1,000 children live in orphanages. 2 in 3 children live in
dysfunctional families.
1 in 10 children are illegally employed and exploited. And of course, it's easier for you to defend some call blob.
Some cell blob. Because, oh no, to save actual living children, it will require you to put in actual physical and financial effort. But all I've ever seen pro-birthers do is shift responsibility to the heartless, bad, evil women who get abortions.
We don't call them evil or anything. We just hope that they realize what they've done, and hopefully it's not the best circumstance to have abortions.
Okay, look. That baby could have cured cancer. So could the woman it came from that died trying to perform an illegal abortion. So could the woman it came from that couldn't pursue her career because her life fell apart after being forced to have a child. So could the 13-year-old girl it came from whose body couldn't handle it and died from childbirth. So could the woman it came from who killed herself because she was in no position to care for a child. Instead of caring about a clump of cells, care about the real people you
It's not a clump of cells, it's a living being.
With your pro-life BS. Again, I found that on Pinterest.
Well, that's their decision to make, but I'm not saying it's a right decision.
Okay, so one of my friends had accidentally had, she
got pregnant at 13.
She did. And she
did she get an abortion?
She did.
That's fine, but it's not the best. It's a bad, I wouldn't say it's like, well, it's pretty bad, but like also we, as a Catholic, were born to forgive. So just because you have an abortion doesn't mean, oh, get out of our faces. It just means that you should realize what you've done and stuff like that.
I also knew somebody back in Texas who got in the same situation as my friend. And she was Catholic, and she did not have an abortion. And she died during childbirth, and her baby died too. So, either way.
That's pretty rare to die during birth, unless there was actual problems.
She was an 8-year-old girl, Michaela.
She was 8?
She was 8.
Dang.
She got raped by her father.
Oof.
So many horrible things happen out in the world. And, yeah, I know, I get it. Abortion is really bad, but sometimes you have no choice. Otherwise, instead of just one person who they either could have had a horrible life and been like a murderer or something, or they could have had a great life, you could end up killing 2 people trying to have that baby. And one person who could already be going on a great track. Who could be Catholic, who could want to go to heaven, who could love God, and who could have people who care about them. They could die too, trying to have a baby. And I get that, it is really bad. And I don't say that I support abortion, but I also don't say that I'm you shouldn't do it, because some people need it. And if you really think about it, sometimes it could end up killing 2 innocent lives instead of just 1. And also, if God really does have a plan,
yeah,
because his plan is good.
Yeah.
God's plan is always good. If he does end up having that plan, then that baby who was in the abortion will come into the world another way. unless God did
do
not.
you believe in, like, rebirth?
No, but God will make it so that another person or another baby will come and do what he had planned for that child. And sometimes people will do things that are against God's will, like raping another person.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can be God's will to say, okay, I was not ready for that baby to happen yet. It's going to happen in a different way.
Which isn't the best scenario.
It's not the best scenario ever.
It's never, like, yes, bad things do sometimes happen during childbirth, but that's been happening for thousands of years.
Mm-hmm.
But at least trying also gives the child an opportunity to have life. And you're saying, what if bad things happen? Yes, there are plenty of bad things in the world, but there's also amazing good things that come from giving birth. Like, I wouldn't say I'm a miracle or anything.
Like you and like me.
Yeah.
And like this little angel here.
Yeah. Like, what if our parents decided to, abortion. I don't want a kid.
Well, my parents actually tried super hard to have me. The doctors had to, like...
But what if they weren't ready, so it's okay for them to have killed you?
They prayed to God so they would have me.
Yeah, but it's also just like, okay, yeah.
And I would have come into the world another way. Because God has a plan for every life.
Yeah, but if you disrupt that, there's no more life. God has a plan for each individual person. That's their own person. God creates its own person, and yeah, there's a different aspect for each person, and he knows the way for how they're gonna go. But if you derail that life path, then it won't happen. It's like it's also just like sinning generally too, where you don't just have abortions are Mother Teresa is a saint of ours that died. I actually don't know about when she died. It was a while back though. I wouldn't say too long though. But she said that's the worst thing you could do.
What is? Abort?
Yeah.
They had abortion back then?
It's been since 1974.
Okay, then hold on. What about miscarriages?
Miscarriages is God's plan. It's not them trying to abort it. It just sometimes happens.
But a baby still dies.
Yeah, but that sometimes happens. It's different from choosing and being like, oh, since you're in me, I can choose. Okay, you die or you live. You can literally decide that because it's your body, your choice. And I do agree with my body, my choice. You don't have to be touched. And if you don't want a baby, yes, there are some bad ways that have happened to get pregnant. But also, like, there's also been so many pregnancies because you choose to do it in a bad way, not to be married and stuff like that, but like...
Sometimes you don't choose. Sometimes you're walking down the street and somebody's like, my turn, you're mine now. Like, and you go home and you're like, I have a child.
I know, that's what I mean. Yeah. And yes, you have a child, even if you don't want that, it's not the best it's always a choice. You can either choose not to have a child or choose to have a child, and it's always up to you. But when it comes down to it, we believe as Catholics that you should believe in pro-life. But then again, God also chose free will. So we're not saying do it or be gone from God, because God will always forgive. Just as we are born to forgive no matter what, but that doesn't mean you have to trust those people.
Okay, time is running out. I love this talk, so we will post this, and